I'm someone who looks at budgets all the time, and I'm here to tell you budgets aren't just numbers on a page. Budgets are a moral document. They say what we value as a people. Budgets set the agenda. You're hearing a lot these days about investing in our communities and defunding the police. This is a demand being made by people who want to see an end to the senseless killing of Black people like Breonna Taylor, an EMT worker on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic who was shot in her home by police. Defunding the police is essentially a budget question, and the money spent is not some arbitrary amount that comes from nowhere. The money comes from us, from our taxes, from our hard work. So a government that is for the people, by the people, should have a budget that lifts up all people. We need to decide where our values lie. Do we want to spend millions and millions, even billions of dollars to fund militarized police forces? I'm talking equipment meant for war, like mine-resistant armored vehicles and heavily armored officers performing routine police duties in our city streets. Or do we want to reallocate those funds to other public resources, such as our schools? Because 14 million students go to schools where there are police present, but no counselors or nurses, psychologists, or social workers. These funding decisions have real impacts on our kids' lives. These are the decisions we get to make through our elected leaders. So let's talk about how the police are funded. The police are funded by you, through your local, state, and federal taxes. Then the people you elect, Congress, governors, mayors, city councils, and school boards decide. And what type of money are we talking about? In Houston, the police are being funded this coming year for $964 million. That's almost 19% of the entire city's budget. For that same amount of money, we can make a huge dent in the affordable housing problem and redevelop our communities. Even smaller cities have outsized police budgets. In Asheville, North Carolina, the police budget last year was $29.6 million, 15% of the total budget. For that same amount of money, we could offer free lunch and breakfast for all K-7 students in Asheville. In some states, the police budget is huge. In California, for the $19 billion that go to funding statewide policing programs, we can serve all of the more than 2 million children eligible for subsidized childcare and still have billions of dollars left over for other early education programs. In most places, funding decisions are made from year to year, which means you can influence how your city, state, and country distributes and redistributes public funding. Marching, speaking out, and signing petitions is one way to be an anti-racist. Another way, believe it or not, showing up to the city council budget meetings. Because remember, budgets set the agenda. So let's make sure they reflect our values.